Yeah, so let's get started. We are leaving from Amsterdam. We're heading down to St. Maarten. We got a cruise altitude of 34,000 feet today, and a air time 9 hours 9 minutes, block time 9 hours and 37 minutes. Let's get aboard and see if we can cut down some of that time. First thing I'm going to do, let's get the ground power connected. Head back up, get the power running. Turn on all of our electricals. Wait for our systems power up. In the meantime, while I'm doing that, I'm going to get GSX and request boarding. Not sure if I got the positions here, so I will set that up. Let's get a cargo loader, conveyor belt and cargo loader, disable staircase, and apply that there. Go with GSX, and we can request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Let's go KLM. And we'll just wait for all of our systems to power up here. While we're doing that, we'll let the aircraft load and do its thing.
Aboard crew?
And just so you guys know, I'm currently using FrameGen, so the FPS that you see in the bottom left corner, you can basically, I think it's set to X3. So my FPS in my top left, if you can see, is 51 FPS, but the bottom left, I think, is showing around 26. That's what I'm getting from OBS. Yeah, we're getting the aircraft loaded up here. Runway for departure is going to be a short taxi, departing off runway 09. Airport's right behind us. Sorry, the runway's right behind us. Runway 09er. Cargo's loading up. And looks like most of our screens have loaded up. Let's go down and start loading up the FMS. So we are at EHAM.
Passengers boarding starting.
Amsterdam. What gate? G7. See if this is in the system. Voila. We'll take our last position, throw it in there, and I'll see if I got my route set up yet. I don't think I do. So we'll throw that in there, and we'll request it. Go ahead, automatically set payload and fuel. And we go to rate 1, request that. Payload and fuel is set. And we will request our pref. double check with that with SimBrief. Make sure that is all correct. Block fuel 218.5, that's correct. We'll go ahead and accept that. We will put in our zero fuel weight, automatically give us our gross weight. Cruise out to 34,000 feet. There may be a block climb in here, I'm not sure. Thrust first, we should get our departure. Let's see what we got here. Alright, that's gonna load up. Should get a little beep. And there it is. Amsterdam to St. Maarten. We will load that. That's loaded in. Runway 09 for departure. And I will activate that, execute. Come to our pref init. Just gotta retype that stuff back in. And that is the correct fuel, accept that. Now, it should let me. Perfect. We're off of Amsterdam on runway 09. And gonna be the Burj 3 November SID with no transition, just goes right to Burj. Route. Make sure our flight plan is there. Of course, you would verify that, but it should all be correct, straight from SimBrief. As it is, it'll bring us to Burj. So we will go rate data. I can get my winds now, so I have them. There they are. Accept that. All looks good. And I'm also going to load in my arrival. And that is going to be runway 10. And I'll probably plan on I don't think there's no ILS there, so I'll plan to do the RNAV runway 10, and our transition is Tango Romeo November Kilo Yankee. Tango Romeo November Kilo Yankee, so we'll insert that. Execute. Go back, legs, sure that's there, which it is, so perfect. I believe that is mostly set. Let's get our speeds. I'll plan for center of gravity. We have 27%. Let me head over now to performance tool, takeoff, runway 09. Import from aircraft, import weather, calculate. Flaps 5 departure, takeoff 1. And flaps 5. Thrust limits, takeoff 1. And select a temp of 42 degrees. That should give me 93.1. And 92.8. Should be a little closer than that. Take off 1. Let's have a look here. As long as our speeds are sort of the same. 42, select temp, degrees. 92.8 and 93.1. I'm okay with that, honestly. Flaps 5 departure. And 172, 177, 181. 172, 170. Yeah, the speeds are the exact same, so it should be fairly accurate. Estimated takeoff weight, it's 672. I'll round it off to 0.4. 672.4. And pretty much gives us the same speeds. Awesome. Now will this auto input? I don't think it will. So currently Amsterdam is giving me a 160 at 5. Dry slope. Temperature is currently 16 degrees Celsius. And I believe that should pretty much be it for typing in the box. And altimeter is currently, sorry, QNH. So we'll have to set the bearer to HPA, and QNH is 1025. 1025 is set to left, right, and center. Oh, it's automatic converted, okay. I believe so. Let me double check that. Yeah, okay. 1025, that automatically confiscates it. Looks like boarding has just commenced. I go ahead now and close my cargo doors. Sorry, not commenced, finished. God, I can't talk tonight. So I can release all vehicles, door management. I can close all my doors. Go ahead and start up my APU as well. Turn on my fuel pumps. Not sure what is up with the, I thought I disabled that in GSX before we started. One thing I can do then is just restart GSX. Yeah, I've been finding GSX been having a few bugs since the new update. But nothing to worry. Go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the right way to do it. We take our electrical, we go air, on, just like that. Or it actually might be this way, probably. Oh well. APU is up and running. Set my altitude as planned. 34,000 initially. And that's it. Turn my flight directors on.
The boarding requested.
Oh, maybe when I accidentally... Aha, that's what I did. Accidentally... Wasn't even I blamed it on GSX. It wasn't GSX fault. Close all my doors, which they are all closed. And jetway is moving back now. I think I am good to request pushback. APU is up and running, so I'll go ahead and disconnect the APU. Come back down here. And we can release the ground power and remove the chocks, as well as set the parking brake. Flight director is on left and right. RML nav VNav. 34,000 set. Come up to the top, turn on my beacon. And I believe that is it before pushback. Tug should be here momentarily, I hope. We can arm all of our doors. Alright, guess I gotta restart my GSX again. So maybe I will blame GSX. I changed my mind again. While we do that though, we can just verify everything is set. Speeds are good. I believe I have passengers turned on. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got a full cabin back there. Full cabin, getting ready to head down to St. Maarten. Oh my god, that spotting was weird. Nice few TVs. Everybody's ready to get some sun. Alright, let's try this again. KLM. And here comes our guy.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Me too, man, me too.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Alright, I guess I can also get my center pumps on. Do one last sweep of the aircraft, make sure everything is closed up. Everything looks good to me. Then we'll get a nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright. Parking brakes are
Commencing
released.
push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, I'll stop talking for a second so you guys can hear those engine sounds.
set parking brakes.
Alright.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Very good engine start. I'm just gonna go ahead and disconnect. Yeah, I don't know.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Start the left engine.
Tow track disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
Alright, desktop audio is the sim volume's turned back down. So we have looks like our gauge rise, looks like we have a good start. Everything's almost stabilizing. So we can go ahead and remove our APU. APU is switched to off. Doors should be all armed, which they are. And everybody is removed away from the aircraft. I'm just going to go ahead quickly to our checklists, and I'm going to skip everything. So I feel pretty confident on most procedures. One thing we can do is we can do a flight control check. So I'll go over to my flight control unit and we'll go left aileron up, neutral, right aileron up, left aileron down, neutral, elevator, full up, neutral, elevator full down, neutral, rudder, full left, neutral, rudder full right, and neutral. All flight controls are good. We'll do a little visual check. Perfect. All hydraulics are working as they should. I'll bring this back to engine mode. And I will select flaps 5. And then we can start our taxi out. Alright, perfect. Should probably have had this door shut. awesome. I got no ATC on, so I'm gonna go ahead and just set 2000 as our squawk. Set that to TARA. Alright, I believe we are ready for taxi. Go up to my overhead. I'm gonna get my wing lights on even though I don't need them. Taxi lights coming on. And yeah, we can head out. Verify our wipers work, which they do. And let's release our parking brakes. Start our taxi. Nice engine shake there on the 777. So make a left-hand turn. Get us lined up for runway 09er. Passing over the road. And we'll make a right turn on the next taxiway here. And once again, no traffic on line, so we'll just head on out. I'm gonna go up top now and get all my lights on. Landing lights on, just turn my turn-offs on anyway, and strobes are on. And I already seen the cabin ready message, so we are pretty much ready to take off. Beautiful morning in Amsterdam. And we're going to want this whole runway, so we'll do a no-stop takeoff. We'll keep it on the roll. And off to St. Maarten we go. Start advancing my power. Togo. Checked.
V1.
Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear. You can tell she's heavy. I'll go ahead and start my left-hand turnout. And just follow those flight directors. Now bring a notch flaps up. Just hand fly this thing for a little bit. I'll go ahead and bring my last notch of flaps up, and we'll engage the autopilot. And autopilot is selected. There's Amsterdam. we're off to St. Martin. Looking at about 9 hours. Through 10,000 feet and get my lights off. Landings, runways, and taxi light off. The engine shakes on the 777 are just awesome, and the wing flex looks so great. I don't know what there's windmills doing in the middle of the ocean, but did that up to Asobo. St. Maarten. Go ahead and turn my seatbelt signs off. Everything's all set up. Is my simulation positop descent? I will do that, and auto step climbs is also on. So right now we're going up to 320. I think our flight plan had us at 340, and it'll actually get us up to 360 for final altitude. But the aircraft will automatically do that by itself. So it's pretty cool that you don't have to worry about that stuff, and you know, your fuel burn will change. PMDG did a great job. Looks like we got about 35 nautical miles till we reach top climb. I gotta reset up my wing views one of these days so I know which one's which. Because I find I'm just always spamming through the wing views to find the correct ones. on top of climb. Where are we at now? Another mile, still top of climb, awesome. Looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a headwind initially. Say around 45 knots or so. But that is pretty common going westbound. A little bit of lake chops, but we have made it to our climb altitude. So I'm going to leave you guys there, and I'll meet you guys back when we start our top of descent. Alright guys, we are back. Just about to start our top descent here. See, top descent is in 6 nautical miles. We'll get down to St. Maarten. And there comes our VNAV path. And down we go. So we flew all the way in from Amsterdam. Let's go check out the weather. Beautiful 29 degrees, 1090, 14 knots. And pretty much clear skies. View at 1700. QNH is 1018 nated. Now that could actually probably reselect that. Yep. So I'll leave that there. Awesome. And we'll make our way down. bad at descend below 18,000. Aircraft telling us we're going to need a little bit of drag, or else we will overspeed. So go ahead and bring that back a little bit. Just remain on profile. See, we got a little bit of speed brake deployed. Just enough to keep us on profile. And we're through 18,000. I'm going to go ahead and go to 1018 for the QNH. Not sure what the transition level is here. I'm just going to use it as if we were in Canada, what I'm used to. 18,000. And we want to be at 2600 by Tango Romeo November Kilo Yankee, which is what our profile is set to. We're currently VNAV select. And they want us to take away the speed brake, so we'll go ahead and do that. This is basically our path. If you look on the our iPad here. So awesome. I believe that is St. Maarten. Airport should be on the far southern end. Go ahead and get our seatbelts on, set on. And we can pretty much call it that we're going through 10,000 now. Turn on all of our lights. 18 knot headwind. Alright, I accidentally had it, still had it set for 10,000 feet. I was wondering why we weren't setting. We'll go ahead and bring back my speed here to about 220. That should help us. And first notch flaps I can bring down at 265. I'm going to put my first notch down now. Let's bring the slots out, inboard flaps. Awesome. So at Vicky, we still want to be 2600, which is looking like we'll make that. And I should be able to bring my spoilers back up now. Speed brakes are armed. We'll go auto brake to 3. Flaps 5, 245. Let's bring our first notch of outboard flaps down as well. And there is the Dutch islands of St. Maarten. Get a bit more speed brake out to help us slow down. Once we level off, we'll bring that speed right back. And for Lesnar, we'll want to plan to be at 1700. Looks like we got a cruise ship over there in the distance. Av key. So we'll plan to bring down to I guess we'll wait till we level off first, and then we'll go down to there we go, altitude select. Bring my altitude down to about 700 now, and we'll click VNAV select. But we will go back into manage speed. Bring that speed way back down. It's about 190. Get rid of our speed brakes now. Arm them. Auto brake is armed. And we'll introduce more flaps. And for flaps 20, we can introduce that now as well. And let's land at St. Maarten. Looks like I have the field and visual now. Awesome. Skippy NLD, what's up, buddy? We're just about to land in St. Maarten. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button, as it does help me a lot, and like the video. I'm going to stop talking now, and let's land in St. Maarten. We'll go gear down.
2500. 500. 400. 300. 200. 1 100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Alright folks, welcome down to St. Maarten. Go ahead and bring all my flaps up. A little bit of lag spikes on the initial approach. Let's go ahead and get my EPU warmed up. Probably go ahead too and configure my GSX. Perfect. Beauty day in St. Maarten. Alright, vacate my next rate. And I'll use gate A2. Alright, we're gonna be cutting it wide here. Jetway's already moving, okay. Nice. I don't know what's up with that. If it works, it works. Alright, I'll go down below, set my parking brakes. APU is up and running. Go ahead and shut down our engines. Should have probably also turned off my landing lights. Alright, let's go ahead and shut them down. Welcome down to St. Maarten. Skippy, a nice landing. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Alright, we'll go ahead and get our GPU connected. Where are we to? Ground connections, set our chocks, request ground power. Come up top. Secondary and primary is available. Switch off our APU. Oops. And we can request GSX to deboard.
The boarding requested.
My fuel pump's off. Beacon light can come off.
Passengers deboarding starting.
And passengers are deboarding. Yes, sir, I did made it. Flight was a bit longer than it's supposed to be, because I leave posit descent on, so that way I just go to sleep and come back and land it. But we did make it. Definitely gonna think about upgrading my CPU here soon. Because I find if I'm not streaming, my FPS is usually pretty damn good, but once I got OBS running, recording for shorts, recording the actual stream, it gets pretty jumpy. But it's funny, it's big ol' fly Tampa, Amsterdam wasn't as bad as what this is. Just proves how good Fly Tampa optimizes their sceneries. Yeah, once again, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And thanks for watching today. I'll leave it here, deboarded, and I'll end the stream shortly. Should be back later tonight. So yeah, appreciate everybody. Have a good day.
Do you want to deboard crew? Crew bus is coming.